Hey guys, JNL0. How's everybody doing? Well, Todd Albee from the SilverFire company. They make the rocket stoves and the clean burning biomass stoves. Todd, in his infinite coolness and generosity, sent me one of their newest products, which is right here. It's called the SilverFire Scout, and it is a what they call a T-Lud stove, and we'll get into that in a minute. It's top loading updraft. But he sent me this little stove, and I will try to do him justice with this video. There's a plane going overhead. They're probably looking, hey, plane, all right. Anyway, this is a little compact stove. It comes in its own little carry case like this. There's been some other folks on YouTube who have done videos about this, but I will put my 2 cents in anyway. Like I said, it comes with its own little carrying case. Now, this little stove, all you do in order to put it together is you lift up the outer ring, and then you lift up the center, which is the combustion chamber, and then you take the top piece off and you flip it over. You set out your pot holders, and it's ready to go. In order to pack it, you just do everything the exact opposite. Tuck in your pot holders, take the burn chamber out, set it down, let it compact down. Well, of course it never goes right when the camera's on. Then you put your outer ring back on it, and you just slide it right back into your bag, your storage bag here. This stove, yes, it is absolutely wonderful for your bug out bag, for your get home bag, for your various camping gear bag. But, however, it is also a wonderful stove for using just every day around the house, and I'll show you why. This is a clean burning stove, which means that it has 2 separate places that it has fire. You see the actual down here on the bottom, that's where the combustion chamber is, this whole area right in here. But it vents through these holes on the outside, goes right in through there, and it vents up through these vent bowls on the bottom, and it makes the burn. As the wood or the fuel, whatever it is that you're burning in here, because it is a biomass stove, which means that anything that will burn, you can put in here to burn, whether it be animal dung, or like I have here, just sticks and grass from walking around the yard. As it burns, it creates smoke and gases that will ignite from these little holes right around the top here to give you that secondary burn, which makes it a completely clean burn. So what you have essentially is a smaller version of the absolutely wonderful Hunter stove that I use all the time. You can see this thing is beat up, and I leave it out, and it's really well built. But it has the same features as this. You can see down in here it has secondary burn holes to where it burns the gases out of the combustion chamber. So that is essentially what you have. That's why they call it the top loading updraft burning stove, because you load everything through the top, and then it updrafts and it burns clean. So a lot of people have been talking about the whole bug out bag and the get home bag and stuff like that, and the camping gear, and it's absolutely wonderful for that, and I think that's probably exactly what he designed it for. However, don't be afraid of this thing. I mean, yeah, you can use your little camp skillets and so on. Am I in the shot here? You can use your little camp skillets and stuff like that to cook on, but I would not be afraid to put my, see this here? Oh, my little ring come off. This is my 12-inch cast iron skillet. It's not bending, it's not caving in, it's holding it just fine, and it's a pretty solid, sturdy cooking surface. I would use that. I would also use, remember the skirted pot that SilverFire also sells, where it catches the extra heat that's generated? This will fit on here and cook just fine. I can back that out a little bit so you can see that it's actually on there. Because it may be small, but it's pretty sturdy. I was surprised about how sturdy it actually is. I figured with it being small like that, it would be, kind of flimsy, but man, it's really not. I really like it. It's you can see that I've got this big pot on there. But today, what I'm going to be using to cook with is just a regular, I think this is a 5-quart saucepan or something that I'm going to fry up some, I got some sauerkraut and sausage in here. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's what I'm going to cook on here. So let's load up the combustion chamber and get us a fire going. In order to load up the combustion chamber, it's a top loader, so that's pretty much all you do is you just take your sticks and you drop your fuel down in there. If your sticks are a little bit too long, well, come on now. your sticks are too long, just shorten them up a little bit. And load up the burn chamber. This, I think, is going to be really, really fun to use, and is also going to be well used because, you know, I cook a lot out of doors. I cook a lot outside. I use wood a lot for fire, and even though it's winter time right now and everything's wet and damp, you can still, if you look and you know where to look, you can still find lots of dry wood and lots of dry fuel to use. And those are videos for another time, I guess. But I'm just using sticks. I don't have any, you know, anything pre-cut. I just walk around the yard and pick up what I can and toss it into the burn chamber. And Todd says that if you pack your burn chamber right and you use the right kind of fuel, which these dried sticks probably aren't, but you can get up to an hour's worth of burn out of this little stove, which, man alive, that would be awesome. So, like I said, I'm just going to pack up my my combustion chamber here. Some of these sticks that are a little bit too long, I'm just going to kind of break them off. Toss a little piece down in there. Watch out, Tom. Tomcat. Here, man, you don't want to be in the video. Come on. Breaking them down to where they all fit, to where I can put my pot on there as soon as I get my fire going. Alright, now, watch out, Tom. To get the fire going, I'm going to just put some dry grass. This is just dried switchgrass that I got off of the hill out there. Put it down in there, if I can find a good spot to get it in there. You know, like I say, I'm not a professional videographer or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just, this is just what I'm doing. This is how most people would do it, and this is what I'm doing. I'm going to push this grass down here in this burn chamber. I don't plan out my videos. I don't have a script or any of that kind of stuff. I just kind of go with it, you know. This is actual use, and this is how it's going to actually be used every time that I use it. So, alrighty. I think I got a stick a little bit too long in there. Get my little handy dandy Bic lighter here. Start the grass going. We'll let our fire get going and cooking up here real good. I'll give it a couple of minutes to burn and get going inside the combustion chamber. And once I get my fire going really good and get ready to put my pot on, then I'll be right back. So far, you can see though that you know, there's the fire's in there and it's going. So it'll probably be a couple of minutes before I get a good little fire going. I don't want to bore you guys, so I'll be right back. Wow, look at this thing go, man. That thing's got a foot flame coming out of the top of it. And what I wanted to show you was you can see around the edges there where it's burning off the gases. That's how you know when it's ready to go and when it's ready to put your pot on and start cooking. When you see the gases starting to burn and you don't see any more smoke, see there's no smoke coming off of that fire. It's burning up everything that is combustible inside that combustion chamber is being combusted. Ha! Hence the name combustion chamber. Let me get my camera set back up here without falling down. Alright, now I'm ready to go ahead and put my pot of sauerkraut and sausage on here and let it start cooking. And I will tell you one thing too, don't ask me how I know because I'll never admit to it. This thing gets really hot. It doesn't have the insulation around it like the other stoves do, the rocket stove or the hunter stove. This is just raw. There's nothing between this and the fire, so this gets really, really hot. So don't touch it. Danger, danger, danger. Anyway, that's why I'm not showing you my other hand because it's got a blister on it. But we won't talk about that. Let's go with the cooking. All right, I'm putting my my saucepan on here. Remember, it's got my sausage and my sauerkraut in here. I'll let it start frying up. Let me get this camera going here. Sorry about that. We'll let it start cooking up. Like I said, this is just the size pan that I need. I'm sure I'll be using this thing quite a bit more. And whenever I get to the point to where I got to cook something big in it, we'll definitely show you, because I'm liking this little thing. This is pretty cool. It's going to be a good addition to our outdoor kitchen here because it's a top-loading stove, just like the Hunter stove. It's my favorite kind because you can pack that combustion chamber full, get it going real good, and put your pot on there, and then just walk away for a while. You know, you don't got to sit there and keep feeding it like you do with some of the rocket stoves and whatnot. you can walk away and this thing will keep burning for a while. So anyway, we're going to cook up this sausage here, and I'll let you know here in a little bit how well it's cooking and how well it's heating up and how fast it's going. So far so good though. Alright guys, well, we're at about 15 minutes or so, and my sausage and cabbage is frying up nice right here. I wish you guys could smell it. Now I'm going to take my pot off, set it aside because my fire is dying down a little bit, and I've got just a couple more little chunks because you see the fire's still going, but I want to add it while it's still going real good, and put these fresh pieces in there and let it finish up. I'm just going to use a couple more, so this stuff will be done here directly. Man, I wish you guys could smell it. It smells good. But I just wanted to show you, just, using regular kitchen pots, and you don't have to have, fancy camping gear. You don't have to, spend a lot of money on outdoor stoves. Just get you one of these little bitty SilverFire Scout stoves, and it will serve you very well on an everyday basis or in emergency situations. Or you see a smoke coming out right now, it's because I put new fuel in it. But bug out gear, get home gear, camping gear, I would highly recommend it. I'm going to be using this a lot in the future, so I'm very impressed. Thank you very much, Todd Albee from SilverFire. I will leave a link in the About section down below to where you can go and check out the website and check out the stoves that they have. They have lots of different kinds of products there, and they're all very well engineered and top of the line stuff, guys. So thanks for watching. Give you one more quick shot of my can you hear that stuff sizzling? That's going to be a good treat. And like I say, just a handful of sticks and the right kind of gear, a little bit of 10 or 15 minutes, and we are chowing down. So, all right guys, thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day. God bless. The end. Buzz, the end.